Alright guys, so welcome to today's video, and in today's video I would like to create a crew system which also lasts once you rejoin. Means when you leave, your crew will stay the same when you rejoin, right? So that's something I haven't seen yet on any Roblox game or in any video yet, so this is going to be revolutionary, at least I hope so. And you're able to see the features of the crew system in the background. So in today's video, I would like to try out a new style of videos as well. So I want to split this crew system tutorial up in multiple parts, which only last 10 minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. And then I want to edit those parts, so to make things more emphasizing for you, so that you're able to understand the steps better. So to zoom in, to explain some stuff, to work with effects whatsoever. So just overall increase the video quality. All right, so we want to begin this by designing the GUI. So right click on the starter GUI, add a screen GUI. Wait, let me redo this. Okay, so right click on the starter GUI, add a screen GUI, and let's call this one crew. Now, right click on insert object again, add this frame to it, and now you're going to design this frame. So when it comes to the crew system, it is very important to differentiate some things. So the crew GUI can consist of... No, never mind. So this crew GUI can consist of two components. So I'm gonna explain this stuff while I'm editing this. So you can design the GUI according to your preferences, but there are some things you really need to copy. So those are necessary in every form of the crew GUI. So does not matter how yours will look like whatsoever. So you need to have some certain components, which I'm gonna mention later on. So those two differences, those two aspects I was talking about are, first of all, when you create a crew, so the design of the frame when you are the crew leader, and when you are someone who is in the crew, so crew member. And obviously, when you create a crew, you should have this crew menu right here, so of all your crew members, and you can also access to the settings, and you can kick crew members, you have the member list, you can dissolve the crew, you can invite new members whatsoever. So all of those things should be included from a crew leader's perspective. Now, when it comes to a crew member's perspective, so when the crew is being created, So when a crew is being created, okay, so this does not necessarily have to be your crew, so the crew you are in. It can be a random crew. The crew member who's not in the crew yet does not even know about it. So that means the crew member has to be invited into the crew. So we need this invite GUI. So this frame which appears when someone invites you to a crew. And you will also need a... And you will also need a different layout of the crew member list whatsoever, So those are just... that was just a brief summary of all of those aspects we have to take care of later on when we start with the work. Wait. Let me get rid of this button. So I'm now going to design the GUI, and I'm going to speed up the video at that point, and I'm going to be back when there's something to explain, So see ya. Alright, so now finish the menu for the crew leader, but what we still have to do is that we have to create several other GUI related stuff. So for example, we have to create we have to change this menu a little to make it fit to the crew members menu. And what we have to change for that is that we remove this X button right here, which makes crew members kick, which kicks crew members, I'm sorry. Next thing we have to change are those two buttons, so we have to get rid of them and we have to add one big button, which is going to be the leave button. And that's actually it then. After that, we have to create the invite menu down here, so a frame which appears when you invite someone to your crew, and then the feature to accept or to decline. And after that, we can already start with the work on the crew system, so scripting whatsoever. And after that, we are pretty much done with the crew system itself, and then we have to make it last even after several servers, several games, you know, so that you're able to, once you rejoin, that you're still able to use the crew. And of course, if you think about it, it is pretty difficult because the crew system contains multiple players, and when you join a server, and let's say that you might have two friends from the last crew session in the same server as you, and then there's this one friend who's not online currently, then you have the problem that the crew is incomplete, right? And how are we going to deal with that? And for that reason, I have added this text label right here which says online. So in order to really be able to work with this crew system, we have to make sure that, or we have to check who's online and who's not. Okay, so what we're going to do is that the crew system is going to memorize who was in the crew in the last session, and then once it rejoins, it is going to check if the specific player is currently online. Online means in this context, is the player in one of the game's server, and if that's the case, then the player is going to be online. And then we can even specify this message by saying player is in the same server, or is only online, means he is in the same game, and in the same game but not in the same server, you know. So the offline is pretty obvious, so the player is not in game. So those are all three cases we got, but you might be a little bit confused now, but I'm going to continue now. So I'm now going to design the stuff for the crew member, and then I'm going to design this invite button, and then we are going to start with the scripting. Make sure that this button right here is visible false, okay?